Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping. And how's everybody doing out there? Yes, I've changed my office and now reporting from across the street from the Daily Planet. All right, let's see who all's here. We got Suzanne Clay was the first one in, followed by Walt Rogers, then Phelan Clan Wolf, then CR, followed by Aideneer, and scrolling down here. Then Chipper 66 came in. Jay is in the house. And those are the only ones commenting so far. We got 11 people here watching, so I think we got a couple of this lurking. Lurking's fine. Just check in, hit the thumbs up, and say hi, lurking. So let's let me go back up here. Just like Phelan did, he checked in and is lurking. All right, so, oof. Oh, and Lewis is here now. It's the Marshmallow Man. Okay, tonight, got a boatload of friggin' news articles, and some of them, the way they're repeating is they're saying, hey, look over here, pay no attention behind what's going on out there in the streets and stuff. Look here at the sparkly celebrities. Yeah. Hey, Mark. All right. So before we jump into that, I want to jump over here on the other side and give you guys a heads up here. Give it to you now. I'm going to give it at the end, because hopefully, cross your fingers, guys, we're going to have Jack Wolfson here coming up on one of the Saturdays coming up here. Suzanne Galley sent me an email with a link to a YouTube video on it. It's called the channel is something Only Human or something like that, and it's British, and they do different things. And this is a challenge they put people through, some of their celebrities and stuff, and political people, through for the next 30 days, you're going to eat fast food only. And they had them eating hamburgers one week and pizza the next week. And what happened was friggin' amazing. Scary amazing. Thanks for doubling up there, Mark. And so what happened is that I will share the link here in a little bit, but I sent it to Dr. Paula Ruffin, and she's oh wow, we got to do a live stream on this. And I said, do you think you can get Jack in here, because this is right? He's known as the Healthy Heart Doctor, and several of the people in this came down with heart problems. In less than 30, they had to drop out. They didn't even complete the 30 days. So he's going to we're going to try to get him up here, and then we'll do that. Have that coming up here. This Saturday we have Bill Nash of Nash Nurseries coming on. Now somebody go, wait, this is the prepping channel, not the gardening channel. Hey, preppers need to plant trees too. Preppers need to have a garden. Preppers need to have a way of getting food so they can spend their money on this other stuff they want to. And Howie's in the house. Food Forest Permaculture. Hey, Howie. So coming up here, we're going to be talking different types of trees and stuff on Saturday with Bill Nash. And we got some other cool things coming up, and we'll get to that a little bit later on here. But let's take a look-see at the news. I can't call it news. Let's look at the entertainment this week. The lies and smoke and mirrors. Okay, first one that came out last Saturday. Zuckerberg's apology to parents. He needs to more than just apologize to parents. But basically, it says Meta's CEO apologized to parents for the harm their children suffered because of Facebook. Yeah, that's because, Mark, that's because you're going after the wrong things. You're going after the those that are for our freedom and the right wing and stuff like that, and you're ignoring the pedophiles and the bullies and stuff. All right, next one up was this was also on last Saturday. It said more powerful of back-to-back storms to slam Northern California. And as Uncle Al will tell you, it hit Central California and Southern California as well. So, and those storms are coming across, and fortunately, it warmed up enough where the snow we were supposed to get was rain, which I'll take. I'll take the rain any day over the snow. All right, and here's where they start doubling up day after day, repeating the previous day's headlines. You know, this isn't just the patch system. I noticed it on some of the other ones I was checking out there in California. Serial burglar took $300,000 in property from Contra Costa County homes. And so, you know, they had a serial burglar. Gee, I thought all burglars were serial burglars. That's what they did. They went out and burglar homes, fenced the property, went out, burglared another home, fenced the property. They're acting like something different. And Gilberto Ramirez. I got a booking photo from here, but they probably won't allow me to share it. Thing. Basically, sheriff's identified suspect of Gilberto Ramirez, 26 of Merced County, obtained an arrest warrant for him and a warrant to search his home and cars, and they cleaned up on a lot of stuff from him. He tried to take off on foot, but was found and arrested shortly later. His bail was set at $250,000. And yeah. And so anyone in California that had stuff stolen from Merced County up to San Francisco, contact your local sheriff's department so they can contact again, or local police departments so they can get in touch with the arresting agency. All right. And then they repeated the same story with a slightly different twist on it the next day. Here's one that is both disturbing and kind of glad to see it happen. Hundreds arrested in sexting. 11 youths arrested across California. And so more than 500 people, including 40 suspected traffickers, were arrested in 1 week of multi-agency operations spanning the state. Good for them. They're getting them pedophiles and creeps off the street. Let's see. Bay's Place just came in. Hey, how's it going? All right. So yeah, they are making some headways. They're finally realizing we can't be catering to these perverts anymore because they're just bad for our children. Let's see. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. California was hit by hail, driven by 55-mile-an-hour winds and higher. Let's see here what it said here. Read full story. And what it brings up here. This is because this storm hit us earlier this week, but was here. Okay. Driven by 55-mile-an-hour winds with gusts, and it covered from Berkeley down through Oakland, down to San Leandro, San Lorenzo, kind of across the bay to San Mateo, Redwood City, Woodside, and La Honda. So, they had gusts of 88 miles an hour in this storm, and hurricane force is 72 miles an hour. So they were well above that. And they had, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different locations, cities, and mountaintops reporting above hurricane storms there in California, in the San Francisco Bay Area. All right, so let me get back over here. So they can keep those storms down there. All right, As a result of that, the next headline was over 1 million Californians without power as storm prompts a state of emergency for California. The next day, power still out to 1 million customers. A driver was hurt by a falling tree. No school Monday list, and you go in there and it's only one school that's listed that they listed as not being in session, and that was Cal State East Bay. Hayward was closed, and then the next day Hayward still closed, and then on the 6th, storm damages seven buildings. Still have, and this is several days later, still have 20,000 without power. And it goes into storm stuff. California's getting hammered by it, but they kept throwing it, they kept repeating storm ones. And then again, the next day, Cal State East Bay remains closed on Tuesday. Power outages whittled to 52,000. Oh, wait a minute. The day before, they were saying it was 20,000, and now they're saying it's up to 54,000 customers again. And then let's see here. We got listeria-tainted dairy products recalled. 1 dead in California, 8 sickened. And I need to go into that one. I didn't go into that one before. Okay, so it's a ricotta cheese is the picture they got showing here. For called products. Okay, you have the list down below, so I got to go through the entire article, try to find the list here. Products which were sold nationwide include cheese, yogurt, sour cream, sold under the brand name Tio San Francisco, Don San Francisco, Rizzo Brothers, Rio Grande, Food City, El Huche, something rather can, San Carlos, Campesino, Santa Maria, a bunch of others, and Whole Foods Market. Whole Foods, I believe that was the one that was bought by Amazon. Products were also sold at retail deli counters as well, and it listed a bunch of supermarkets that were carrying that. Okay, here we go. Now for the products. So 8 people were reported sick in California. 4 in Colorado and Arizona each, 2 in Texas, Tennessee each, 1 in Florida, 1 in Georgia, 1 in North Carolina. And this is according to the CDC. And it goes on. It just talks about how the health inspector found it before the stuff was packaged and didn't get paperwork done, and stuff got shipped out anyways after he didn't tell them to stop and have the proper paperwork, I guess, to fill out or something. Dumb. Hey, Brenda, how's it going? Duncan 1900 Homestead and Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights here. And who else snuck in here? Did I miss somebody else? King Poopah's in the house. All right. Let's go back here and catch some of these last ones here. Wednesday, Cal State East Bay schools. No school at all Cal State class facilities. 4 days without power for 30,000 PG&E customers. Oh, this one is fun. Here comes the smoke and mirrors, and alert! Look it, it's a celebrity. Alert! Headline: Alert! Leonardo DiCaprio spotted filming in Sacramento. Who the frack cares? But that was one of the big headlines on February 7th, yesterday. Then it had 4 feet of snow sends California snowpack soaring. Here's another one which I didn't have a chance to look into. This was earlier today. Evident 5 Marines confirmed dead in San Diego helicopter crash. And so this is the the heavy helicopter squadron 361 Marine Aircraft Group 16 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing. The CH-53E helicopter crashed on Thursday. Confirmed Thursday from the day before. Yeah. So, yeah, and it just goes out and goes on and it talks about the Marines. Sending support out to the family members and stuff. So this was the Super Stallion, is the largest and heaviest helicopter in the military, and it was when it went down, and no information about it, about what caused it yet. So it's still under investigation. And again, they repeat for yesterday. No, for today, they repeated. Leonardo DiCaprio spotted filming movie in Sacramento. Come on, where to go here? Film also stars Sean Penn, Regina Hall, Taina Taylor, and there were some others that this one's not showing here, but yeah. So that's what's going on there. And then alert. Listeria outbreak expands in California as several Trader Joe products recalled. So first it was Whole Food Market is the big one. Now it's made it into Trader Joe's, which means it should be being announced for Aldi as well. Because Aldi and Trader Joe's are owned by brothers, and they share their buying power to buy stuff for their companies. And that's the news for today. So, what's on your guys' minds? "20 minutes, saw 4 friggin' ads. Holy moly. Jeez. Thing is, it hasn't popped up on either my Grayman Prepping YouTube channel or Camp Pet and Family Compound. I got them both open here, and neither one of them have showed any ads popping up. Yes, but this was dairy products, Dustin. It was dairy products they're recalling. The Russians did it. Leonardo did it. The Chinese did it. No, Captain Crazy did it. Hey, Mark.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. Can everybody hear Mark?
If you can hear me, they can probably hear me.
Yeah, they should. Oh, man.
Turn down the volume on my other. I got 3 things open now. Hold on a second. We'll mute that one. There we go. That's better.
Yeah, that's what I do. I wind up just turning the speakers off for my other 2 computers. That way, YouTube thinks it's still playing because the volume's up on the YouTube channel, but the speakers, my outside speakers are turned off, so I don't get feedback that way.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it at 1. There we go. That'll work.
Brenda, you weren't supposed to give that secret away. The cows farted in the milk. And not only that, the cheese that has listeria, it also has global warming gases in it.
Hey, our farm should be in great shape with people picking crops because we got like 4 million people they brought in just for that.
Uh-huh. Oh, and oh crud, who did it? Who did it? Who did it? Come on, brain work. Somebody with one of the channels I followed put out. I mean, maybe you guys out there will know who I'm talking about. Put out something about a report coming out saying that small farms have a bigger carbon footprint than the big industrial farms do. And of course, I fired back on it. That is a bunch of BS because small farms, here comes Lewis. Small farms do not have big diesel tractors running, spewing out all this diesel fumes and stuff. And they don't have a carbon footprint for making and maintaining those tractors. If a small garden type thing, like they're talking like residential gardens and stuff, has any type of power equipment out there, it's a gasoline rototiller they use once a season.
That must be because there's millions of us doing it, and we all breathe a little heavier when we're gardening, so therefore we put out more or something than the tractors do.
Yeah. And the fact that there were other research things then saying that a home garden absorbs more carbon, per serving than what industrial ones do. And this study put out by several, paid off. One was a paid off university extension. Didn't say which university, but they listed several other things, and they were like, "Oh, you can only tell that they were paid off. These are the type that take money to do a study in favor of those paying them off." And they said just the opposite. They're saying, and it's like, no. And CR is using rainwater whenever possible.
I got to get my rain barrel system fired up again this year.
Yeah, I got mine. I got my rain barrels. Yeah. Always use more.
Go find a large hotel that uses in their commercial laundry.
Yeah.
They usually have 15 or 55 gallon. Only use the clear barrels. They had bleach in them. Those you can rinse out pretty well. At least use that and not have issues with it. Or some of a lot of the auto shops get 55 gallon blue drums of washer fluid, which is alcohol, blue dye, and water. Mostly alcohol and blue dye. You can rinse those out well and still use those too. I've been doing that for 10 years now.
I got a bunch from a beer microbrewery in Concord, California. So they had food in it.
Yeah, it has liquid food, so it's food safe.
Yeah. It's of course the liquid food's no longer liquid food; it's liquid booze.
It's food, right? It's a cereal. It's a food group.
Yeah.
You get part of your pyramid there.
Yeah. Now, some of the IBC totes I got when I was in California came from the Central Valley farmers, where they were getting. There was a company that was harvesting seaweed and running it through a chopper shredder, chopping up and turning it into seaweed fertilizer for the farmers to, spray on their crops and stuff. And so it had, fertilizer in it. Where am I going to put this water on? I'm putting it on the garden. Okay, should be fine. Holy moly! When some of the stuff was it wasn't totally rinsed out. We saved it a little bit. You want to talk about plants going absolutely nuts on seaweed.
You don't want to rinse those out. Just use it.
Well, actually, so the one had about 3 inches of the sludge stuff in the bottom. It's like, no. So we spent a day, trying to get it all out without diluting it down into 5-gallon buckets, and then we shot a little water in it to rinse it out the rest of the way. And what was left, we rinsed it out once and it went down on the roses. Big old friggin' roses. Lots of greenery too. Foliage. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I'm done with the Daily Planet News, so I can change that.
A friend of mine sent me an article from South Central PA. Several wells in southeastern Antrim Township have become contaminated since early August. The properties are located near Bar Farms LLC, where food processing residual FPR for food processing is spread to fertilize the fields. 70 people live nearby, Shady Grove community. It smells bad, and it's contaminating their wells because there's chemicals mixed in with that, and it's getting down into the water table, and people can't even drink their well water now out what used to be rural areas where they're spreading this stuff all over the farms.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the city council meeting tonight. One of the guys in the audience there, stuff, and I were talking and stuff, and he goes, "Yeah, with all the big, he's blaming on the dairies, but there's so many, other farm crops around here. There's the alfalfa fields, there's the potato fields, there's the sugar beets, and some other ones, and they rotate crops around generally. So they're trying to keep the soil in good shape by planting something that puts stuff back from what the other one took out and stuff. Anyways, he's going, it's all the nitrates from the dairy. I go, you know where the dairy gets their nitrates from? Well, they feed it to the cows. It's called alfalfa. It's because they've sprayed the alfalfa fields with the fertilizer, and some of it's still in the if the dairy has nitrates in going into the cows and stuff there and being pooped out onto the ground. It's because it's in the alfalfa, which means the alfalfa fields have even more on it. And then you got the potatoes being sprayed with it, and you got the sugar beets being sprayed with it. There's more nitrates coming in from the farmlands than there is from the dairies. Oh no, it's got to be from the gut. Think about it. The dairies are not buying any nitrates to put on any of their stuff. It's coming from elsewhere, other farmlands.
It's the cow's fault.
Yeah. The cows ate the alfalfa and genetically changed it into nitrates. Anyways, he was talking about it. I can't drink the water here. I got to get bottled water and stuff. And it's like, I almost told him, you know where most of the bottled water you're getting from the store comes from? The wells around here. But yeah. But I did tell him, if you're really worried about it, what you can do is, cheaper than paying for all that water all year long, you can get these nice big nitrate and nitrite filters to put on your sink, or whatever one tap you want to take the water from for drinking only, and then you get one of those countertop dispensers, and you just fill it up from after it's been filtered and have all the nitrates removed out of it, and that big filter will last you a couple of years, because that's all you're using it for is just the water you're drinking. And these are for 2,000 gallons of water before you got to change them out. So I told him he can check it, and I told him they had them on Amazon. He just needs to look for the nitrate filters. Get rid of nitrates, eat more cows.
Eat more cows.
Yeah. Speaking of cows and stuff, there was someone posted an informational thing in there on Facebook that PETA, the idiots. I think if you sneeze at a cow, it's cruelty. Sent a manufacturer of carousels. You ride around your carousels. We have the horses and the unicorns and the pygmy goats or whatever it is. You ride around. Please stop using animals on your carousel. It what's the word?
It demeans
proliferates an environment of something or other against animals and stuff. And they sent PETA said they sent the letter to the CEO of the company. If I was the CEO of the company, I'd tell them, pull your heads out of your ass and have a hamburger. Yeah, that's right, Brenda. People eating tasty animals. I belong to the good PETA.
Yeah, that cow was eating your vegan food, so I ate the cow. You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh, and that's something else someone did it really good thing on it. They did, they explained it, but I've seen the other meme on it. It shows the lady, the sickly looking lady screaming at the guy, "I don't murder animals for my food." And then the next frame shows a tractor going around, all the mice and critters running as the tractor's going around. Where's Mama? Don't know. Keep running. Keep running. The guy's explaining, a farmer's explaining, it was explaining to this group about, they were accusing him of being a murderer and stuff for killing animals for food. And he goes, well, every time a tractor goes through the field to harvest your food, your vegetarian food, it kills everything in that field. Mice, cats, dogs, birds, whatever's out there. It cleans it out and then rototills it, and then they disc it under and everything else again. And the whole cycle of life starts over again. And so, yeah, all those animals were killed and turned into the soil to become nutrients for the next crop that you're eating.
That's different.
But it's just like the people that are those vegans are like, no, it's not true.
So I saw a short clip over in France or wherever they're doing. The farmers are doing their thing there, and some of the people are angry. They're like, you gotta stop. These farmers need to stop blocking the road so the trucks with our food can get through.
Those trucks are not bringing your food to you yet. They're going to the farmer's place to pick up the food for you.
No, their food comes from the factory trucks. It doesn't come from we don't need farmers. We just need to get the farmers out of the way so that those tractor trailers can bring our food and put it back on the shelf because we're hungry.
That's a long line. Well, tell you what, you need to invent a piece of Star Trek technology then. The food replicator.
Yeah, that's it.
They're working on it. They're growing protein meat. Oh man! Oh, I just get the willies just thinking about that.
Yeah,
meat made in the laboratory. It's 100% vegan.
I don't think you want to know what's in the protein mix they use for that 3D printer.
Dead animals.
Yeah. Or certain cells from those dead animals.
Okay. Ask the vegetarians and vegans how much food they are denying animals to eat by taking it out of their mouths for the vegan people.
CR's not hungry anymore.
Yeah. I thought, grow a garden then. I'm less hungry. Oh, what just popped up here? Okay. Oh. Yeah, there's so everybody, hey, think about if you're not growing something this winter, think about growing something, go to Lowe's or Home Depot get one of their buckets for $4.99. Go over to Sam's Club, because Sam's Club now has the good Members Mark potting mix, which is mainly Canadian peat moss and some other barks and stuff, other things in it, no chemicals, and put it in your buckets, and then plant something to grow. And if you have a south-facing window to get some sunlight, put those in front of that window. And you can also put a couple of little LED grow lights on it to help it out.
Hey, one of my markets nearby has 75-pound bags of oil sunflower seeds, the little ones for bird food and that. What are the odds that that'll grow? Because I got 4 acres. I haven't planted anything yet, and I want to throw a lot down for the pollinators. What are the odds if I just take that out with the tractor and just start throwing it everywhere, aside from the deer and the mice and stuff getting attracted to it and eating it? What are the odds that I'll get a whole lot of sunflowers growing without actually planting them into the soil?
Well, I've heard some people talking about the sunflowers and stuff coming up underneath their birds.
And you froze.
Yeah, so people talk about they get, they have bird feeders out there, and they get the sunflowers and some of the other grasses and stuff that the seeds are in there for coming up.
Oh, that's worth a shot. It's like $20 for 80 pounds. I might just take it out there, just throw it everywhere, just because, and take a bunch of time lapse pictures of it just to see what happens.
And if it's if you can turn the soil, break it up a little bit, and then put the seeds out there, and then rake it smooth afterwards. That'll hide a bunch of them, so you have more of them having a chance to grow up.
I'm not raking 4 acres.
In that case, what you do is,
man, I could set the tiller on the back of the tractor at like just to barely touch it, and as it's going, just throw handfuls behind me.
Yeah. Well, what you do is that you have set it so that tractor rotor tills down about 1 inch, and that's it.
Right.
Or 3/4 of an inch. Then behind that, you drag a piece of chain link fence.
I was about to say that, a chain link fence with a big roller, you take a big roller to pack down your sod and stuff like that.
You don't even need the roller. If you just have the chain link fence behind it with a 4x4 or 6x6 on the very end of it, just go around, and then you turn a sprinkler on. Works great. But that's how we reseeded some of the baseball fields for the community parks. We just
I'm kind of limited on water out there, except for my stream, but it's it stays moist most of the year in the soil. That's just why I'm going to put gardens there.
Yeah.
So, you know what? It's worth it just to see what happens, and if nothing else, it'll feed the deer.
Yeah. And it'll get the deer used to coming onto your property, where if it's hard times, it's like you go out there with the compound boat. Well, we got venison steaks in the freezer.
Yeah, that's called baiting, but
Well, heck, in Oklahoma, where else was it? Yeah, Oklahoma a lot. They put out the food plots to draw the deer in. It's perfectly legal.
Oh, you can draw them in with stuff. Yeah, just don't put the piles of apples. Hey, speaking of apples, up in Oxford County, PA, there's thousands and thousands of acres of apple trees that never got picked this year, and nobody's talking about it.
Whoa.
I mean, literally, you drive by, it's sad, because I'm driving by, I'm like, okay, the apples are ready to pick, and a month later, half of them are on the ground, and the rest are still hanging from the trees, and there's no leaves on it. Now they're just all on the ground, rotting away.
Oh, I wonder what happened.
I got to find out. I got to talk to one of the farmers up there and be like,
it's almost like somebody went bankrupt and lost the farm before they could harvest it.
No, they're still there. I think it's more of a case of either A, they couldn't get help to pick them, which is weird, or B, they were getting them imported so much cheaper they couldn't make any money to even pay for the picking and the selling for ciders and stuff up there, because there's a lot of a lot of not Amish, Mennonite mills and that do nothing but cider and lots of stuff. The small farms had apples there, and they were not giving them away. They were still, I think they were expensive because they needed to make some money back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all up in not Oxford County, near Gettysburg.
Yeah.
So I'll have to look that one up. I'm sure there's something online somewhere.
All right, Howie, have a good night. Jay, eating more deer doesn't necessarily reduce nitrates, but it does reduce artificial pine nuts. And anybody's ever picked pine nuts off the ground near where the deer have been, you know what I mean?
Yeah, those pine nuts grow in piles.
Hey, Don, how's it going? Hey, Don, I went to look at your last video. It popped up and clicked on it. It goes, this video is private. It's like, dang. Fermented apples mean drunk deer and squirrels and raccoons and possums. It's a drunken animal party out there.
Chocolate raisins.
Oh. My sister's husband's mother went out with the family, and they were picking up pine nuts, and they were going through just picking them up and bagging it, and she decided to try one of them. She goes, this is kind of chewy.
Ew.
Oh, spit it out! Spit it out! That's why we pick them, and then we go back and we sort them, and the chewy ones we put in the compost pile. Yeah, the thing is, when a possum smiles big at you, if he's drunk, he doesn't hiss. Otherwise, he hisses.
CR is going to go find a bag of pine nuts now.
Any more news on that convoy that's going to the southern border?
No, the last time I saw anything on it was last week, when Brett and Amy Broussard were out there with a big group of people, and several of the YouTubers that were driving with the convoy got off, and they walked up filming each other. I'm live streaming you. I'm live streaming you. I wonder what cider-fed raccoon tastes like.
It's like grass-finished beef with a kick.
I could just imagine, Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies. Them possums are in my cider again. Jeffro, go out and get them.
Wow, we're old.
Yeah, Don thinks the convoy was done. I think it finished off by Saturday. I think it was Saturday or Sunday it finished.
Yeah, there wasn't much coverage on that, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought there would have been a lot more coverage on that convoy thing than there was.
Well, it was so peaceful because none of the those two terrorist groups were involved in trying to upset it. Auntie's children and the three-letter acronym for somebody's better than everybody else because they matter more. Did they find the Marines? All I saw, the only news thing I saw on it, let me jump back to it again here. Where's news? Here it is. And that was, it says, it just says 5 Marines confirmed dead. Let me go into the whole story again. And I didn't see where they said how many wounded were there or how many were on the plane on the aircraft to begin with, helicopter. Okay, they did say that identities will not be released until 24 hours after all the next of kin have been next of kin notifications have been made and they've dotted the T's and crossed the I's.
Hey, when's that solar eclipse supposed to happen?
April 5th, I think it is.
Are you in the zone out there for to see a whole one or no?
We're gonna be close to it. Hang on, let me get back up here. Wait a minute. Where is it? I'm looking here because I was just it's in my news thing here. I think it may have been a week ago I had it in, so I got to go back, or 2 weeks ago. Toxic mushrooms. That was looking for it because it was the news article on it was in January. So I'm going back there and looking, trying to find it. There it is. Go into it. So, what to know? Read full story. The great. Oh, come on, get out of there, ad. There we go. The 2024 Great American Solar Eclipse is a party of a lifetime for millions of Americans. California is outside the path of totality. Oh, poor California. The April 8th
It'll be
eclipse.
raining there anyway.
Yeah.
I think total's in the center of the country somewhere, isn't it? Like Missouri or.
That's what I'm looking up to see if it shows the map here of it. Yeah, that doesn't go to it. Because I know I looked at the map before off of this. Ooh, Amazon has a collection of NASA-approved solar eclipse glasses. So does your local welding supply.
I'm looking at my Hobart 4x6 number 9 replacement welder's lens that I carry in the truck with me.
That'll do her. You may need to step it down a little bit, but that'll definitely do her.
Oh, it does it. I can look right at the sun through it, and it glows.
Okay, partial eclipse for California begins at 10:03 a.m. and ends at 12:31 p.m. So 2.5 hours there. But where's the map? Where's the map? Shoot. Let me do it this way here. See, that brings it up. All right, here's a map. So that's not looking very good. That's all. They put up a blurry map here. Let's see if I can find a. Let me do it this way here. Okay. APR April 8th eclipse path. Images. All right, this one is showing a totally different path than the other one is showing. Oh, that's why, because the one they put in the article here was for August 17th. August 21st, 2017. So it's a different path. So this one is, yeah. or this map here is wrong. Because that right now everything I'm looking at is showing it going through Texas, up through Little Rock, Arkansas, up to Indianapolis, Cleveland, Syracuse, Burlington, that way. Not going across the United States the other way, like several other maps are showing. So,
well, at least I'll see a piece of it here in middle Maryland.
All right, let me put this over here. Yeah, because the first map they put out showed it coming right through us here. So here's what it has there. So going right up to, from Eagle Pass, Fredericksburg, Texas, Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, Waco, Oxbow, Broken Bow, Oklahoma, all the cities going up through there that are in the path of totalitarian. So now you just need to Google April 8th eclipse, and it'll and you click on images, and it'll bring up all these different maps. Because the one that they were showing originally showed had the line going from Salem down to Columbia, and that was actually August 21st, 2017. I don't know why they were showing that one.
Is those the Great Lakes in the top right corner?
Yeah.
Right. Well, not in the top right corner, but the top middle here.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the Great Lakes. So, shoot, yeah,
it's going right over Erie and the other one.
Looking up here for this Canadian province up here.
Ontario,
No, the island out there.
That's Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. Okay.
Yeah, Prince Edward Island's a little tiny one in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll get a piece of it. My daughter will get a great one out in Indiana. She'll be right in the middle of it.
Yeah, because this is the one they show in the article. See, going the other direction. It's like, no.
Wrong year. I mean, wrong month.
No, wrong year. That's 2017.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, they really screwed that one up. And that's not that. And there was a different map for that one, too. So, let's see here. Yeah. But, yeah. Anyways, let me go back over and get rid of that. My stuff back where it belongs. There we go. Yeah, it's yeah, so yeah, I don't have to worry about any staring at the sun in April. Oh. Ooh.
It's been a long week. 1 day to go.
Hey, Jay, I heard that when Chuck Norris stared at an eclipse, the moon moved and cut it short. Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down. Oh, man.
Yep. I'm going to hop off here. I'll see you soon, Gil.
All righty. Yeah, it's getting close to the hour mark, and I don't have much of anything else to talk about unless you guys out there in the side chat want to talk about something. Otherwise, I'm just going to hurry up and rattle this off. So we got tomorrow on Camp Patton Family Compound. The topic is natural disasters that change the weather and affect your garden. Saturday here on Grayman Prepping, we at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We have Bill Nash of Nash Nurseries. Going to talk about what type of trees to be growing and what will provide you with the most food. Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound is tempered glass jars and cookware. How that's going downhill fast on those things. Tactical Tuesday here is, are you prepared to do what's necessary? And what's necessary will let you know what we're talking about on Tuesday. Next Friday, we're talking electric fences. Woo! So that's what's coming up here for the next week or so. But we do have coming up, looking in March, Dr. Paula is trying to get Dr. Wolfson to come in and join us. We're talking about, fast food, fast death. So, taking off of that Super Size Me documentary, and then the one that the British just did on eating fast foods for 30 days. And they started out with, I think they lost a third of the people. Doctors pulled them out of the experiment because their health was going downhill so bad. One guy wound up with a bunch of other problems. He wound up with sleep apnea and heart arrhythmia. And so anyways, that's what's coming up sometime in March. Dr. Paulus Ruffin's trying to schedule it with Dr. Jack Wolfson to find out when he can make it. And we're gonna schedule it for the Saturday that he can make it. So that's what's coming up. So we got that's going to be a good one. That one I'm probably going to go ahead and stream to both channels because he's nationally recognized for being the healthy heart doctor. Hey Tammy, you made it just as we're ending it. So that's what's coming up here, folks. As always, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill and plant an indoor garden. Grow some of your own food so you're not spending the money at the grocery store. All right. Thank you, Lewis, for coming up here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark, who will step down. Oh, Tammy was canning. Oh. Well, canning's good for you. Oh, Idaho Garden Girl came in too. Good night. All right, see y'all later. Take care.